I know what your problem is. Your problem is you're doubting yourself while other people are worried about your true potential. Come on, somebody needs to hear that today, right? Right? I can't get this, it's kind of like a tripod, not a tripod, but like a little swivel thingy. But I'm trying to get it straight. I tried to record earlier, but my phone keeps running out of storage, so I don't know if this is gonna work. But anywho, hope you're doing well. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, this is just a daily vlog going over stuff, working on a habit tracker. I've got most of it checked off, but this is part of my habit tracker, so I don't have the full thing checked off. Also, if you want a free habit tracker, it's in the description. Just sign up for the newsletter. But anyway, been looking for a job, looking for work. Spent a lot of time doing that and starting to get into nail biting season because I'm like, yo, it's not easy to find a job, even just an easy job. Well, I mean, if you're just going on the internet, I think I need to start pounding the pavement, but it got cold outside. Had to snatch up my pea coat. I'm just used to just always having a job. And now I'm in a city where I don't really know anybody, so it's a little bit different. Usually, if I didn't have work, I could just like hit up a homie and be like, yo, like da-da-da-da-da, maybe like, oh, so-and-so's hiring, like da-da-da-da, and then I just pick up work just like that. But out here, these days, I don't know. I was hoping to start making money off of TikTok. I was doing my Atomic Habits this morning, and I was exercising and I got sidetracked because I decided to audible this book right here, Don't Believe Everything You Think. And it was so good that I just kept going in on it. It's one of the books that I'm selling on TikTok Shop. I don't make any money off of TikTok Shop. Like, people talk about it and they talk about all this, and I'm sure people do make money off of it, but I don't. But I have a page dedicated specifically to the things that I like to use. And so if I'm gonna use it and I have cameras and stuff, I'm gonna make videos that will be sponsored, because everything that I buy should be an investment. And so when I got this book, it was an investment. But I don't really make any money off of the TikTok. Like, what did I make? This week, I made like $3 off of selling like 12 books, which is pretty dope. I sold 12 books. I was pretty excited about that. And that $3, whatevs. Like, if it gets me like a jar of peanut butter, I'm stoked. You know what I mean? But it's not something that you're gonna rely on for an income or anything. But yeah, back to the book. I was getting into it, and there are some really dope one-liners in here. They've quoted a few people. Even James Clear got quoted in here, the author of Atomic Habits, and I thought that was cool. What's the quote they pulled from him? I was like, yo, shout out James Clear. Anyway, out the rip, or out the gate, I mean, I don't know if I said that right, out the rip, off the rip. It hits you with this one. If you want to find the truth, look for simplicity. And it was just like, man, for me, I was like, yo, that hits. Like, if you really think about it, the more simple everything is, the more truthful everything is. If you overcomplicate anything in your life, you know, like, you realize that there's a whole lot of like gray area stuff when things get overcomplicated. You can think about so many situations at work that are overcomplicated when, if it was just simplified, everything would be true. There would be no drama. It would just be like, boom, this is it. Boom, that's it. Boom, that's that. Simplicity. Simplicity, that's the name right there. I thought that was really cool. And really what this book goes into is the fact that our realities are shaped by what we think. And that totally makes sense. And the analogy is like, so there's two people in a coffee shop and, one of them's having like the best day ever. They're enjoying their lattes or whatever, mocha loca, whatever. And they're just having a nice time. And there's another person who's just stressed about bills and what's going on at work and trying to hit deadlines. And he's over there just drinking his coffee like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like his perception of the whole day is way different than the other guy just chilling and kicking back. So it's like, it's all an inner dialogue of what's going on and, the way you perceive it. And honestly, I believe that the projection that you put out there comes back inside you like you create your own atmosphere from the inside out, especially when it comes to mood. And if you have a strong personality, you can light up a room, which I'm sure you do. But yeah, even there was I was even, because I read the Bible every morning. I was in Psalms. I can't pull it up, but even the Bible spoke about that, about how it said, it had a line that I gotta find it, but oh man, I just got goosebumps right now. It was super good. It said that if you're right with God in all ways, even your enemies are cool with you. Like, that's crazy. So it's like, if you have conflict with other people, you need to go inward and fix that shit. That's crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but I'm not editing any of these. I'm just gonna keep them going, keep them flowing, and I'm just gonna get better at talking, working this muscle. That's like the main goal. I really wanna get better. Well, let me read another quote that I found in here that was pretty good. Here's one from Lao Tzu. Stop thinking and end your problems. Easier said than done, Lao Tzu. Thoughts versus thinking. So that's a really good point too, is the thoughts, your thoughts versus like your overthinking. A good friend of mine talked about the rat wheel, the spinning rat wheel. I was like, yeah, the rat wheel, that we all get that, the overthinking. I saw this meme too that came out that was pretty cool. And I'm just gonna end it on that, where the dude's like this with the fire and the eyes, and he's like, me realizing that my overthinking makes me a genius. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's funny. Because you do think that. You're like, yeah, I have the best idea ever. Anyway,